Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video I want to share with you a few methods of converting your drawings, graphics, or even photographs into a scalable vector object from a JPG or PNG raster image in Adobe Illustrator. The images I'm using are just for demonstration purposes, pulled from Google. If you are using any imagery, you will want to check the licensing to make sure that you are able to use it, but you can use it for practice. If you're on a Mac, you can right-click and copy the image. Next, you can open Illustrator. I have a print document here with 7 by 7 inch squares, and you can paste the image in using Command V or Control V on a PC. If you're on a Windows PC computer, you will need to save the file to your computer. Then you can drag and drop the file onto the artboard. Or go to File, Place. Now that you have the image on your artboard, we are going to go to Image Trace by going to Window, Image Trace. Select your image for this black and white image. If you're wanting to keep this black and white illustration, you can use a preset such as the black and white logo, or with more detail, this technical drawing. You can turn on this preview checkbox to view the initial trace settings. For more detail, you can reduce the noise. You'll see there are finer details upon closer inspection. If you want more detail, bring the slider down. If you want less detail and a cleaner, streamlined image, you can increase the value to show fewer small areas. We can turn off the paths higher to get more accuracy with each of the points. You may notice paths and anchor points being adjusted with more or less as I change the path accuracy. By adjusting the corners, we can create sharper corners with an increased value, or more rounded corners by moving the slider to less. If you want the lines to be thicker, you can increase the threshold. If you would like the lines to appear lighter, you can reduce the threshold. If you're planning to recolor or add color to this graphic, I would suggest leaving Ignore White off. If you're just planning on using this as a black and white image and want the white background removed, I would check Ignore White. Let's go ahead and try these values, keeping the white background. Click Expand. If I double click into this group a couple of times, you'll see that I can select this white background and I can give it a color. As you can see, all of the paths within this flower are not closed, so the blue is bleeding into part of the foliage. For now, while we're inside this group, I'm going to select the whole upper part of this flower. Holding down Shift, select the black to deselect it. And now we can give this a color. Another way to select pieces inside of this group is to go to your white direct selection tool, click and hold down to select Group Selection tool. And now we can shift and select multiple areas of the graphic to recolor. Using the eyedropper tool, I for shortcut, you can sample another color. Now to fix this gap, I'm going to double click until or direct select this black shape of the outside of the flower and copy, Command C or Control C on PC, Command F to paste in place. Now if I zoom in and select the pencil tool, which is under this shape builder, the shortcut for that is in. With the black selected, I can redraw over that gap to fill this shape, which redraws the path. Now as I zoom out, I'm going to cut this shape, Command X, and select the rest of the black and delete it with the delete key. And now I can paste my shape back in place, Command F. Select everything else with Command A and sample the green again. Now I just need to clean up a few of these other small pieces. If I zoom in, you can see I did not draw this completely straight. So I can tap the shortcut A for direct select and reposition these anchor points. You can select multiple anchor points by holding down Shift and clicking. You can also use just the regular direct select to grab these last pieces and color them. There we go. So now we have our colored line drawing. If you need to group everything again, you can select it all and do a Command G for group. Now let's quickly look at another instance of live tracing this flower in black and white without the background. So I'm going to check Ignore White. And expand. Now you can see that when I select the object, it's all black. And we can quickly change this to a different color. It's just a one color image with no background. Next, let's look at a colored graphic. In this instance, in Image Trace, I'm going to choose the color mode of color. We can see there's at least 4 colors or so. So let's preview and adjust till we get each of the colors included in the trace. I'm going to decrease the noise to give more detail, increase paths. Now that this is looking pretty good, I'm going to expand it. Now if I double click into this group a couple times, I'll be able to select just this pink color. With that color selected, I can go to Select, Same, Fill Color. And now I'm going to group these with Command G. And now I can cut this from the whole group and paste it in place with Command F. We can select the same group and easily give it a new color. You can do the same thing with any of these other colors. There's another newer shortcut up here in the toolbar. This icon right here that you can select Fill Color of the similar color. And it helps to group them just so you can change the color in the future more quickly. Lastly, we're going to look at a more realistic photograph. In this instance, with the photograph selected, choose the preset High Fidelity Photo. The palette is automatically on full tone and color mode. And you can see it did a pretty good job of keeping all these different color values. And again, you can continue to adjust these sliders as needed. If this video helped you out, please like the video and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.